Here is the very long fairy story about the fairy that this little girl named Florizal. I'm going to read it to you. August 11th, 1899. A great many fairies came buzzing round me today. They seemed quite excited and kept glaring at me and flying right up my nose, but I still caught one. I'm going to call her Florizal. She is a young fairy who is a little bit more daring than the rest. I wonder what she did in fairyland and how old she was. Perhaps she was 10 years old. Perhaps 30. Perhaps 30,000. It's hard to know what's old with fairies. Here is the story of Florizal the nosy fairy. There is nothing she would not stick her nose into. If you left the milk out at night, as like as not, you'd find Florizal floating in it in the morning. "Help me out," she would say, "for the sides of this jug are too steep and slippery, and my wings are all soggy with milk." "Will you grant me 3 wishes if I do?" said the little girl. "I can't do 3 wishes," replied Florizal, "because I left my wand behind. But I can grant 1. "That will do," said the little girl, and she put a straw into the milk, and the fairy climbed up it. Then the little girl gave Florizal a wash in her own wash basin. She made a shower with a tea strainer, and Florizal washed all the milk out of her wings and rule book. Fairies always carry a rule book with them, especially if they are only apprentice fairies like Florizal. Then the little girl sat the fairy in front of the fire and dried her off. And all the time Florizal kept asking, "What's that burning in the grate? Where do you keep your magic powder? How do you fly anywhere? What's the name of your king? Who do you look like? Why do you go to bed at night?" And so on and so forth. And the little girl tried to answer her as best she could. Then, when she had quite dried the fairy, and her wings were all shimmering and ready to fly, the little girl said to Florizal, "Now can I have my wish?" "Oh," said Florizal, "I said I could grant 1 wish, but never said it was your wish. It's my wish, and I wish I was out of here." And she disappeared like a bubble bursts. And all that was left of Florizal the nosy fairy was a little wet patch on the rug. Oops, for I forgot to tell you, Florizal was not only a nosy fairy, she was also a very tricky one as well. The end. Here she is, squished. Ugh, gross. And this is how her name is written. I love you and miss you.